Hi, hello, shalom. My name is Haley Beckel, and my face does not match the rest of my body. But we're just gonna pretend that it does. So today we're gonna be talking about Kaspar Hauser, one of the more mysterious people to grace this channel. Was he a prince? Was he lying about everything? We don't know. So let's get started. So Kaspar was said to have been born on April 30th, 1812, but we don't really know. According to historians, he just showed up one day in Nuremberg, Germany with a letter addressed to the captain of the 4th Squadron of the 6th Cavalry Regiment, Captain von Wesnig. The year was around 1828 and Kaspar had to be around 16 years old. So the letter said that Kaspar was taken in as an infant, taught how to read, write, and about Christianity, but he was never allowed to leave the house. It also claimed that the boy would like to be a cavalryman as his father was. And it ended by telling the captain to either take Kaspar in or hang him. What makes things weirder was there was also a second letter from his mother claiming that Kaspar's father was dead and that, Kaspar's name was Kaspar Hauser. But the handwriting in both letters was exactly the same, which leads historians to believe or, theorize that maybe Kaspar wrote both letters. So the letters make their way to a shoemaker by the name of Weichmann, and he takes Kaspar to the captain. But Kaspar didn't really say much. He just keeps repeating the same phrases. I want to be a cavalryman as my father once was, and horse, horse, horse. He also would respond, don't know, when certain questions were asked to him. So the captain, of course, is like, what do I do with this kid? And Kaspar is taken to the police. So Kaspar shows the police that he knows the concept of money, he can read a little bit, he knows a few prayers, but he provided no account of himself and was imprisoned as a vagabond. So he ends up spending 2 months in Lugisland Tower in Nuremberg Castle. Despite appearing mentally impaired, he was in good physical health and climbed over 90 stairs to get to his room. According to Kaspar, he spent his life totally alone in a darkened cell about 2 meters long and 1 meter wide and 1.5 high, with only a straw bed to sleep in, with 2 horses and a dog carved out of wood for toys. He said that he found rye bread and water next to his bed each morning, and periodically the water would taste bitter, and drinking it would cause him to sleep much more heavily than usual. When he would awaken, he would find that his straw was changed and his hair and nails were cut. But anyways, Kaspar is adopted by the town of Nuremberg, and money was donated for his upkeep and education. So then he's given to Friedrich Dahmer, a schoolmaster and speculative philosopher who taught him various subjects and helped him discover his love for drawing. He actually was pretty good. But one day, Kaspar didn't come home, and he was found in the cellar of Dahmer's house bleeding from a wound on his forehead. He claims that he was attacked by a hooded man that threatened him to leave the city of Nuremberg, and he says that he recognizes this man as the one who had dropped him off at Nuremberg with the letter. So then, of course, Kaspar is transferred to another person by the name of Johann Bieberbach. Some people say that the story was just made up for sympathy and that he took a razor and cut himself. Which brings us to our next incident, where Kaspar was somehow shot in the head. He said that he had climbed on a chair to get some books and the chair fell while he was trying to hold on to something, and he tore down the pistol that was hanging on the wall, and the shot went out. But of course, we don't know if this is true or not. Some people even said that the wound was so minor that it couldn't possibly have come from a gun. Anyways, Kaspar is transferred again, this time to the house of Baron von Tucher. And Baron von Tucher constantly complained about Kaspar and his lies and vanity. But that doesn't last long, and Kaspar is taken in by another person, a British nobleman by the name of Lord Stanhope. So the Lord was obsessed with finding out Kaspar's origins. He took him to Hungary twice to try to get more information. And Kaspar seemed to remember some Hungarian words, and he once declared that the Hungarian Countess Matheny was his mother. But he failed to recognize any buildings or monuments, so we can't really say that he knew. And not long after, Kaspar is transferred again to Johann Georg Meyer. He was a schoolmaster and was really strict. Their relationship was very strained as he would often complain about Casper's lies and excuses. Then a little while later, Casper is hired as a copyist at a local law office. And Lord Stanhope is still in Casper's life. He still pays for things and helps him out. And he promises to take Casper to England one day, but he never follows through. And one day, Casper comes home with a deep wound in his left breast. He said he was lured into a court garden, stabbed, and given a bag by a stranger. Then Casper dies just a few days later of his chest wound on December 17th, 1833. When the police find the bag, there's a small note in there in mirrored writing. The inconsistencies in Casper's stories leave investigators to believe that he may have inflicted the wound upon himself and just made up the whole story about him getting attacked. Also, the penciled note that they found had one grammatical error and one misspelling, which was something that Casper would often do. It was folded in this special triangular way that Casper was known for. So it is believed that the wound was actually self-inflicted as a way to arouse public interest and possibly get Stanhope to take Casper to England as he promised. It's also rumored that Casper was the hereditary Prince of Baden and was born on September 29th, 1812. It was alleged that this prince was switched with a dying baby and resurfaced as Kaspar Hauser. However, some DNA research has been done since then and proved that there is no way that Casper is actually the prince. And that is the story of the mysterious Kaspar Hauser. I like to think that there's some truth to it, just to kind of spice things up a little bit, but I don't know. And here we have some schnitzel. I decided to do it with chicken because I wanted to keep it kosher here on camera, but you can do it with pork. You can even do it with veal. Wiener Schnitzel is really good, but didn't have that, so I did it with chicken. And I'm gonna eat this with ketchup because I'm trash. Cheers. That is really good. Okay, wow. I am proud of myself. I mean, I know I like schnitzel, like I've made schnitzel before, but I think that's probably the best one that I've done. And that is it for now. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. If you did not enjoy this, please let me know. If you have any other food video recommendations that you want me to do, please let me know. I'm gonna finish this now. Bye-bye.